Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of Alphadia Genesis 2 on xbsx. I think I just got out of a dungeon, right? Every town in the condition snap or swap a white feather with the others in the world. Okay, got the peach. Let's go down there somewhere. Stop where you are! Please wait. We aren't the suspicious individuals you seem to think we are. This is clear, right? This is clear, right? We're Atramians come here from Arbel. From Arbel, you say? Go bring me a couple of those crystals. Right away. Here we go through the grinder again. You don't like people using crystals on you, do you? I wish people could just trust each other, but for now, we're unfortunately stuck with things as they are. Now let us just have a look. It's shattered! Do you believe us now? Yes, I suppose so. Now, if you would tell us the reason you've come here. We came to deliver a letter from the mayor of Arbel. Then there's the matter of discussing something with your own mayor. I see. However, ours has a visitor at the moment. They've been talking for over 4 hours now. Speaking of, that is true, isn't it? Then again, after helping anyone who's been sick or hurt, that particular visitor always stays to chat, though I can't remember when it's ever gone this long. Then you're saying the one here is a doctor? Right, you are. Her name is Elise, and she's quite the looker, if you want my take on it. Do you ever stop thinking about women? While it's true she's been a godsend, she's also a Lucerian, which is why we should probably be suspicious of her, even if only somewhat. Elise would never do anything to hurt us, and don't try to tell me you forgot about the time she helped you after you ate those rotten tomatoes, and for free, too. I know, but you never can be too careful. Wait, what's the Lucerian doing here? Don't tell me you have cordial relations with the enemy. Of course not. Elise is different than the others. A while back, she helped one of the villagers who'd gone missing and got hurt in the woods, and ever since then she's shown up here and there to help. In short, there are good Lucerians out there despite contrary belief. Yes, I think so too. In any case, the mayor's been talking for quite some time, and that has me worried. As for yourselves, if I could get you to go find out what the deal is, I'd appreciate it, seeing as how I've got guard duty here, and I can't very well up and leave my post. Sure, why not? Thanks, I appreciate it. You're now free to enter. You'll find the mayor's house on the far end of the village. You can't miss it. Thank you again. Don't mention it. Is it true we become monsters too? I don't want to turn into one. Samantha and Lise are both beautiful. Are both as beautiful as the other. You think so too, right? I don't know. Not that that matters. Black energy was discovered. I would say some 50-odd years ago. First it was in the plants and water, then in animals, and finally in humans. We've got... what have we got here? Customers? This is the equipment shop. Don't be mistaken it for the tavern, eh? Great, I got that lady. That's her robe. Something better for her? No? Oh, wow. Just has the Buster vest. Some monsters called a behemoth is said to have taken up residence in Schlag Cave. I think I've run into it if I remember right. Welcome to the autumn market. What is it you're looking for this fine day? Thank you so much. Elise is a kind doctor who does her best to treat our injuries and illnesses. It's a surprise to most here that, given she's a Lysarian herself. Don't be hating. Is this the inn? Nobody at the inn. Small hick town. Samantha lost her parents at 16 and has since then done her best to protect the village. I feel terrible for all her sadness despite her tender age. Elise may be somewhat of a wacko, but she's beloved by everyone in the village. Even the mayor places a lot of trust in her. Excuse us, but is this the mayor's home? It appears I have more guests today than expected. I apologize, Elise, but it seems we'll have to end our conversation for the day. But I'm not finished. I'm sorry, but we'll have to continue this at another time. Well, no, I won't let it rest until you agree. Is this woman Elise? She's definitely beautiful, like the guard said. Well, who do we have here? A hunk of a young man? What do you say to letting me examine you? I think I can do without. There's no need to blush around me, handsome. As for myself, I haven't been this excited in a very long time. Tea. I see you can't take a joke, can you? Just to be clear, I'm not the type to flirt with little boys. But if you've been hurt anywhere, don't hesitate to let me know. Because, as you can see, the doctor is in. I'll be over at the inn, so do come see me, okay? Yeah, how about not? I apologize if I kept you waiting. I'm Samantha Clear, the mayor in the village. Let me get this straight. You're the mayor? Yes, is there a problem? I'm just surprised is all. I figured you'd be a little more, how do you put it, old and gray? In another 30 years or so, I should get there. That aside, may I ask what brought you here? Right, how about that? I have this letter for you from the mayor of Arbel. The mayor of Arbel? Understood. Then if I could have you let me see it. handed over Mayor Arbel's letter. And then there is also... Actually, I'll wait until you read that letter before getting into all the details. Then I'll read this over right now. In the meantime, if I could ask you to rest over at the inn, that would be helpful. Take your time. Does he have any hidden stuff? No, he doesn't. Actually, I haven't run into any hidden passages yet. Maybe there aren't any in the game? I don't know. So, you came to see me, did you, Hanson? Not exact. No, he didn't. We're just waiting here until the mayor finishes reading a letter we delivered to her. Well, isn't that a shame? What's the matter, Hanson? I'd heard you're a Lucerian, so I'm curious to know why you're helping us Atramians. Because energy doesn't matter when you look at those who are sick or injured. Then there's the fact I don't agree with what the Empire is... Then there's the fact that I don't agree with what the Empire is doing. While there's still a chance to revert back black energy to white energy, they abandon the possibility in favor of genocide. What? Black energy can be changed back to white? Is that really true, Elise? While it's only a possibility at best, that doesn't mean it's a lost cause. That's also what I have been researching all these years. What wonderful news this is. Don't you think so, Dion? I guess so, but I've never thought it possible. It looks like you're not the crazy pedophile who hits on young boys I took you out to be. Who are you calling a crazy pedophile? Take that back this instant and call me crazy beautiful. I can't believe you're admitting the crazy part. Anyhow, we know we support your research. I appreciate it, but unfortunately my work is on hold at the moment. You see, I can't get the mayor to help me out. What do you mean? There's an area under her jurisdiction I'm trying to get access to for my research where a type of herb grows. But since there's some ferocious beast with horns living there, I can't get permission to get inside. A monster, huh? Sounds like a problem. You know, Dion, what if we helped Elise? I'm sure if we persuaded the mayor, she'd what? This isn't a game, you two. Going there could literally cost you your lives. We've got experience dealing with monsters. Even if we don't look it, we're capable of handling our own. Is that so? I guess looks can be deceiving, can't they? Now you're a little too close. Oh, come now. This is just a friendly greeting. But if you're able to persuade the mayor like you say, I would be even willing to give you a kiss. Although for someone as young as you, Handsome, you might even want more after the first. Would you quit calling me that? I have a name, you know. It's Dion. I'm Chiffon. I'm Elise. It's nice to make your acquaintance. But now, those clothes you're wearing. Oh, you mean me? They appear to be from an ancient dynasty. Yes, You don't need to explain if you don't want to. I don't care anyway, as long as you can persuade the mayor here to give me what I want. We'll do our best. Then let's go back and see her. They're clear. We need to talk to you about something.
As do I.
Were you able to read the letter?
Yes, in its entirety.
It would seem Arbel has committed to fighting against the Imperial Army with you, haven't they?
Yes, that's right.
What? You? Fight against the Empire? You must be kidding. No, we're serious. Still, it all depends on the condition of gathering enough support to actually stand a chance. So what you are saying is you want this village's support. You got it. Despite this letter calling for our support, I'm not obliged to believe your words just yet. I figured that'd be the case. That's why we've come to prove our strength. Prove your strength? We've talked to Elise about going to find some herbs for her research, right? I have, yes, but the place in question was taken over by a ferocious behemoth that appeared there 10 years ago. It's simply too dangerous to go there. The entrance to the cave itself was closed off by the former mayor at the time, and no one's been permitted inside since. Due to that, we have no clue if the behemoth is even still alive or not. That's why we want to go check it out. And if this monster is still alive, we'll deal with it. Even if we fail, only we lose our lives. So, what do you or anybody here in the village have to lose? On the other hand, if we do come back alive, I ask you to consider our request about joining us to fight against the Empire. If that's all you're asking, I'll consider it. As for the herbs Elise needs for her research, they can be found in Schlei Cave to the northeast of our village. I have the key here to get inside. See the Schlei Cave key.
Let's go, Dion.
You don't have to tell me twice. I'll come along too. You'd probably better not. It'll be dangerous. That's not the reason. I want to go. I'm asking because this is my request to begin with. It wouldn't be right for me to make you shoulder all the risk while I sit in comfort and safety myself. Well, when you put it that way. Besides, no matter how strong you are, you're still just children in comparison to me. And isn't it an adult's role to protect and help the little ones? You do understand what I'm saying, I hope. Not about you trying to treat us like kids, but I've got a hunch you wouldn't actually stay here even if we told you to.
We don't know if we can trust her either.
There's that too.
Then it sounds like we're decided. Now let's make for Schlag Cave.
Where you find big giant schlogs. Elise joined the party. How many big gold fat schlogs we're gonna run into there, I wonder. Schlag Cave.
しつこいのは気を引き締めて次に備え
This must be Schlag Cave.
Sure smells lovely in here, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Huh.
What are you talking about? I don't smell a thing. Then again, if you can sense it and I can't, it must be an ancestor plant to the Obsidia I'm researching.
Obsidia?
It's a wild herb that was discovered some 50 or so years ago. At the time of its discovery, it was highly valued as an ingredient used to cure all kinds of ailments. But actually, it was found to have the side effect of turning white energy to black. Upon learning this, the former emperor, Theodore, ordered it destroyed from off the face of Celestia. So you're saying its parent plant may be here? It seems that way. If I can get enough of a sample for my research, it may be the key to elucidating the mystery behind the black energy itself. So if you can do that, you'd be able to return black energy to white? Absolutely. Is what I'd like to say, but I just don't know at this point. But it'll no doubt help me with the research pertaining to what I'm doing. On top of that, Obsidia is poisonous to Lysarians, while at the same time an effective medicine to Altremians. If we were to take some of it back to the village, it should be useful in helping the residents treat their wounds and illnesses.
And let's see about finding some.
私の相手が
Let's see.
行きます これはどう こ
ぜ。
負けませんから行きます。
せい。
What was that with... What was with that sudden shift in wind?
I farted.
There's a secret patches here. Could it be this is your first time seeing one? Yes, we didn't see any in Brendan Pass, and... Then let me explain. In ruins or caves like this one, you'll run into certain secret passages. At first glance, these places may look like normal walls, but the cracks should give them away. You can see here in the ceiling, this is a set of strange cracks, right? You never know what you'll find in a secret passage, but that's where courage comes in. Plus, it's always nice to having something to spice up your adventure, right?
I can agree with that, and I guess it means we should keep an eye out for places like this in the future.
Yeah! 私と戦うなんて10年早かったわね。気を引き締めて次に備え。 しつこいのは気を引き締めて次に備えましょう。
There doesn't appear to be any obsidian in the area here, so let's head further in and see what we find.
Yeah, but we better be safe too. I'm getting the vibe that the monsters in this place are stronger than those we've dealt with up to now.
It could be the effects of the obsidia. In that case, we might just find what we're looking for. That is my hope. Now come on, the two of you. Right.
Imperial Palace Throne Room. I was informed concerning the attack on Borden Fort, and it would seem casualties there were great.
Yes, Father. Many citizens and good men lost their lives due to it.
An unfortunate incident, I must say. At this time, I ask you to provide condolence money to all those bereaved of their loved ones.
Yes, Father.
Now, regarding this Brennan Pass, as I understand it, you went there personally.
Yes, upon my search of the said location, I learned a survivor of Pholus was the one responsible for the terror that came into our lands.
I see. So it is an accursed, then. It seems I was right to believe these individuals would only bring harm to the Empire. I also take it you slew him.
Unfortunately, he managed to avoid the judgment of my blade.
Explain yourself.
While it is true I could have easily defeated him there, I would have also lost a good knight. Instead, I made the decision to retreat and save his life.
I see. And how is the injured at present?
He is slowly recovering from his wounds, and I believe he could mount a horse in 2 to 3 weeks' time.
Glad to hear so. You're now free to excuse yourself and rest.
But father, I'm not tired in the least bit. I ask you instead to give me the order to hunt down and kill any other accursed monsters. I wish to avenge the lives of those who have sacrificed them for our cause.
It is too dangerous, Julius.
I do not understand, father.
Your concern for the citizens of the Empire and your men is praiseworthy. However, for one who must lead them into battle and who will one day shoulder the burden of this empire, it is an undesirable characteristic.
Is it because submitting to emotion causes one to lose perspective?
Indeed, your kindness has the potential to drive even those whom you care about into quandary.
Father, I would never.
What is our objective, Julius?
To sweep the accursed and monsters from the face of the land.
That is correct. However, your actions in Brendan Pass allowed your target to escape, because you were more concerned with a subordinate's wounds.
And you believe a soldier's life a small thing?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. If it had been Herman, he would have wasted no time in ending this Dion's miserable life. Be sure you do not fail me next time. You must learn to be unfeeling before both your enemy and those under your command. You cannot rule on kindness alone. Sometimes harshness is necessary. Leave your men with Herman and he will assume your duties for the time being. You will instead remain with Major Camel in the capital and see to it the city is protected. Are we clear?
But father!
This conversation is over. Now see yourself out. Well, Dad's kind of a jerk, huh? That's in here.
戦闘開始だ。せい。やったぜ。どんなもんだ。
負けませんから。じゃあ気を引き締めて次。私
どんなもんだ。
Oh.
負けません。やや
せい。
ややあらもう終わりなの。
minute.
せいやったぜ
Okay.
せい せいどんなもんだ せいどんなもんだ 戦闘開始だ
行きます
やったぜ
しつこいのは嫌われ行きます これはどう
どんなもんだ 道を どんなもんだ
Oh boy, it's starting to look the same.
戦闘開始だ
これはどうあらもう終わりなの
Could it be that's... Let's see, this is no time to be intimidated. Yes. This monster is huge. Probably why they call it a behemoth, huh? I can see some obsidia growing behind it. Well, let's hurry and take it out. Well, let's hurry and take out this beast of a monster and grab what we came for. Right, I'll do my best to help too. Yes.
戦闘開始だ
お覚悟 これはどう
これでどうだ
こ
Pushing this character to the head of the battle of the hall.
お覚悟
PP 100% after unleash.
これはどう 行きます お覚悟
やったぜ
Yo! Did we beat it? Lucas, Sammy. It almost sounded like it was calling out for someone. More like it's probably just your ears playing tricks on you. But it really sounded like it said Lucas and Sammy. Well, would you look at this? It dropped something. Is this a locket? And this cloth? It looks like it belonged to a woman's dress. I wonder if that behemoth ate someone who wandered into this place long ago. There appears to be a picture of a man and a young girl in this locket. I wonder who they could be. Your guess is as good as mine, but it may be that locket belonged to somebody from the village who got chomped to bits. Let's take it back and ask. Wow, who would have imagined there would be this much obsidia growing here? Grab what you need and let's get back to the village. I'll do that right now. But what do we do about the remaining obsidia? Maybe it's best we leave it for now. It may be poisonous to Lysarians, like Elise said, but it's useful as an herb to Latremians. As long as we keep the door to this cave locked, we shouldn't have to worry about anybody getting in here. Yes, you're probably right. That should about do it. Now let's get back. Now let's get out of this dank place. Well, if we're good here, then I'm with you on that. Imperial Palace, Julius's room. Highness, I have come with the hourly report from the garrison. Good work. Have there been any disturbances? No, Highness. At present, the evening garrison is preparing to take over for the morning shift. I see. Tell them to keep a watchful eye out for the enemy. Yes, Highness. Wait a moment, Major. Is there something else, Highness? I remembered you said earlier that you had something you wished to speak with me concerning. If the time permits, I can hear you out now. It does. However, you appear to be fatigued. Maybe it would be more appropriate once you have rested. Moreover, there also appears to be things on your mind. While I wish to say that is not the case, it seems I can hide nothing from you, can I? Has General Herman already left for the palace? Yes, he has traveled south based on information another village of Accursed has been discovered. I see. I must assume all be well with him in charge. Unlike myself, here he is a rigid individual, and I have no doubt he will leave none left alive. Highness!
Do not be discouraged. I'm sure you'll have another opportunity to restore your honor. Until then, please try to bear it patiently. I appreciate your words, Major. However, I cannot defend the citizens of the Empire on kindness alone. This time, I have learned this lesson the hard way. Had I simply waited to confirm Dion's death in Pholus, Holga would still be alive this day. Additionally, the Wyvern attack on board the fort would not have occurred. It has been due to my pride we have suffered these tragedies. In comparison to my father and General Herman, I am still inexperienced. If I may be permitted, Highness, I sincerely respect you for your kindness, even if others may not. I am also certain you will become a great emperor in the future who bears the strength of both their majesties, your grandfather and father. It seems I must be diligent if I wish to meet your lofty expectations. You are too good to stoop to my level, Highness.
We finally made it back. Well, let's hurry and speak with the mayor.
Yes, and since I was able to find the obsidian I was hoping for, I should also go express my thanks.
I see you all made it back in one piece, did you? I take it there were monsters in the cave then?
Yeah, tons of them. The gargantuan one was one tough beast, too.
I'm sure it must have been a terrible sight to behold.
Thanks to Dion and Chiffon here, though, we were able to defeat it.
It sounds as though you all fought well, then.
That reminds me, do you know who this locket might belong to?
Locket, you say?
Yeah, the behemoth in the cave dropped it, and we thought it might belong to somebody here in the village, so we brought it back.
This is...
So you know who it belongs to?
Yes, of course.
Then who?
The former mayor's wife. In short, the current mayor's mother.
What? In short, Samantha's mother died in that cave?
What would she be doing in there?
I can hardly imagine, but given it might be a memento to Samantha, we should return it to her. I could agree with that.
That's because we killed his mother. Reminds me of the Mist Dragon from Final Fantasy IV.
See, you were able to return without incident. Were you able to locate the obsidian you were after for your research, at least? Yes, it was there as I thought it would be. I appreciate your cooperation on the matter as well. I merely lent you the key to the cave. If you have anyone to thank, I suggest it be those two standing next to you. We also found this. A locket? Wait, could that be?
The behemoth had it on it when we defeated it. According to some old guy here in the village, it belonged to the old mayor's wife.
Hand it over, old locket. Yes, that is correct. This once belonged to my mother. I don't understand. What was she doing in that cave? That I can't say for sure. What I can tell you is my late father said she had gone missing some 10 or so years ago.
Please allow me to explain.
You're that same old man from before.
Due to the effects of the black energy, your mother suddenly transformed into a monster.
What?
The former mayor, knowing this, locked your mother in Schlag Cave in order to hide the truth. He knew if either one of the villagers or someone from the Empire found her, she would be killed.
Then the names I thought I heard the behemoth mutter before it died. Lucas and Sammy. Sammy was my nickname and Lucas was the name of my father.
Meaning, we killed your mother?
Even if we didn't know it, we still... I'm sorry. You have nothing to apologize for. This is the same curse every Atramian has to deal with.
She is right. We have no clue if or when we could become a monster ourselves.
It's sad to say the least.
But at this point, we Atramians have only two options: to be killed by the Empire while still human, or to become monsters and lose our humanity.
Sooner or later, we will all be destroyed.
Please don't talk like there's no hope for us. I just can't accept that.
Chiffon's right. We've decided to fight against the Empire and not to die, but rather to live.
Not so fast. There's still another way to remain alive other than defeating the Empire. That's why my life's work has been to research black energy and its effect. There's also negotiating with the Empire and having them recognize us as an independent state. Defeat the Empire, have them recognize us as an independent state, or cure the black energy.
I see.
I see. I suppose if I do look around, there are many other viable options, aren't there?
Then have you decided which path you're going to take?
At present, no. But this much I'll say. I'll cooperate with you in any way I can.
Really?
Yes, really. If we Atramians work together, we may be able to stand up to the Empire and negotiate with them should they choose. If anything, it might lead to a cure for the black energy. Samantha, I believe you'll find a way to give us hope and prove my mother's death was not in vain. I'm also sure if my parents were alive today, they would agree the path I have chosen is the correct one.
I appreciate this, and I'll do my best to meet your expectations.
I'll do my best too, in order to not to bring shame upon my father's name.
It looks like we've got the help of 2 villages now.
Where do you plan to travel next?
I wish I could say, but I've really got no clue. That is, unless you know where we can find any other Atramians.
Unfortunately, everyone has hidden themselves out of fear of the Empire. I may have an idea where we can find some others. Really? Did I stutter?
Then tell us already.
I would be glad to, on one condition.
Condition?
You let me experiment on you for an entire night.
Experiment on me?
Yes, it would be an experiment between just the two of us. A love experiment, to be more exact. No, that'll never work. What you're suggesting is shameless, to say the least. Are you jealous? You can be so cute when you blush like that. I'm not blushing, I was just... Please, would you stop teasing them? But it's so easy to get under their skin. Now, about my condition, it is simply to let me travel with you.
Are you sure that's all it is?
Of course, unless that is, you're up for the love experiment I just mentioned.
Not on your life.
Well, that's just too bad then, isn't it? Anyhow, my objective here is to research black energy, so to continue unhindered, I have determined joining you in your travels is the best way to do that. And where can you find this other settlement you spoke of? While I have never been there myself, it should be northeast of the village beyond Nebelbank Sea. Now, if I remember correctly, the name of the town was Pohasan, and it was built by those survived of the last war 10 years ago. Pohasan. Where was it? I have heard that name before. Where did you learn of the place, Elise? From someone I happened to help some time ago, and who gave me this crystal.
What does that do?
You'll see when we get there, but to give you a hint, it gives sight beyond sight. On the other hand, I have a feeling those in Pohasan will be more willing to cooperate with you than the others. That would be wonderful if that's the case.
Alright, let's hurry and head out.
Not so fast. How about we depart in the morning? There are a few things I would like to look into about this ancestor plant of Alphadia.
What?
Nebelbank Sea is also far from here. I would also suggest you rest here for the night. There are still some things I would like to prepare before you leave as well.
Then I guess tomorrow it is.
Please let us use the inn. Or please use the inn. Yes, thank you.
Alright, why don't we stop it there? This is Apostrophe. You've been watching Alphadia Genesis 2 on XBSX. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.